Larry Gordon, a writer for edsource.org, states President Barack Obama's 2012 executive order known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, allowed certain undocumented young people who were brought in this country under the age of 16 to apply for a 2-year work permit and to be protected from deportation during that time. The permits were designed to be renewed indefinitely, but did not provide a path to citizenship. I would like to start by pointing out a few keywords from this definition. The word indefinitely. The permits were designed to be renewed indefinitely, but did not provide a path to citizenship, leading to my first point. The fact that this program is designed to be renewed indefinitely is fundamentally flawed because it no longer encourages the path to legal citizenship. This also undermines those immigrants who have been working so hard to be accepted in the U.S. and living without fear of deportation and obtaining citizenships. If Congress does ratify the notion of DACA, they should start by looking into a method that encourages and offers a path to citizenship rather than discouraging it. Janet, the editor-in-chief of Investment Advisor and Research on Wealth magazine, did a study on colleges. And the percentage of students who can actually afford higher education, in her study she finds that college costs continue to rise. And an Edward Jones survey finds that 83% of Americans say they cannot afford the expenses of college education. This leads to my second point. Now, I understand that DACA helps students receive higher education. And I do understand that putting money into education helps boost the economy. The problem with DACA is that helping advance the future of this small group of immigrants, not helping the Americans who have citizenship, not helping the American citizens who are dependent of unauthorized immigrants, meaning children who are legal citizens, but their parents are illegal. This is a group that goes overlooked and don't have special government programs. Why does such a small group of people get to benefit off this program? This is not the only group of people in America struggling with the extremely high prices of college costs. If the government were to look at a certain population of people to benefit, they should look at the population of students struggling the most to pay for colleges. In a study by Emily DeRoy, a former education writer for The Atlantic, she finds that the student debt rates after leaving college under 4 racial categories. White Americans graduate with an average of $28,006 in debts total. African Americans leave college with an average of $52,727 in debts. The Hispanic Americans' average debt after college adds up to about $29,949 in debts. The last category states Asian Americans end up with about $26,253 in debt after graduating. Looking at these numbers, it seems as if more funding could be more effective in boosting the economy by helping the Americans who need it the most. Before graduating high school, many Americans wonder what they'll do next. Many have to consider their financial situation before making this decision. According to Jorge Mariscal, the director of Chicano Latino Arts and Humanities program at the University of San Diego, he states the vast majority of young people wind up in the military for different reasons, ranging from economic pressure to the desire to escape a dead-end situation at home to promise of citizenship. Overall, disenfranchisement may be the most accurate word for some youth enlist. Many young Americans do not have an option because the financial means are not there, and many Americans just join the military in order to finish college, which leads into my next point. According to Rod Powers, a retired Air Force sergeant with 22 years of active duty service, immigrants serving in the United States military have deep historical roots. Non-citizens fought in and with the U.S. Armed Forces since the Revolutionary War. This group, who benefits off DACA, is also eligible to join the military, the armed forces. According to a military website and confirmed by many other sources, tuition assistance pays for up to 100% of costs of tuition or expenses, up to a maximum of $250 per credit, and a personal maximum of $4,500 per fiscal year per student. There are many different ways to achieve goals of finishing college. Not only could this help as students pay for college, it can also give the opportunity to receive citizenship much quicker. Rod Powers also states For an immigrant who joined the U.S. military, once they are in active duty status in the military, the process of going from non-citizen to a U.S. citizen can be expedited. While I know not everyone has the physical capabilities to join the armed forces in order to cover the cost of school, this is not the only option for people. Daca was made and is defended by stating beneficiaries from Daca didn't have an option to be in America. But by the time they're eligible to receive Daca, they are legally an adult. If not, they will be soon. They are old enough to join the armed forces and to pay for their colleges through doing so, like many American citizens must do, which leads to my fourth point. America has among the most expensive college education costs in the world. Why aren't immigrants asking their government for aid? Why aren't immigrants obtaining a degree in other countries rather than the USA? And if immigrants do want the aid that Americans receive, then why not go through the process of citizenship? The average education cost in Mexico is about $5,077 compared to the $13,856 in the United States. Tuition fees at American colleges and universities are among the highest in the world, according to a report released by the Organization for Economic and Cooperation Development. If somebody is old enough to decide what their college plans are, they are old enough to decide where to live and how to make the means to continue doing so. Sometimes it may take longer to finish college because the means are not there to continue. And this is the struggle many American citizens face daily. Americans take loans while working to finish school slowly because the means are not there to finish all at once. The financial burden of college tuition affects more than just the group of Daca beneficiaries.